everyone, and welcome back. Before we get started with our next character equation, it's worth repeating and remembering the whole reason that we go to school: to make life better for ourselves, our families, our pets, our future family, and friends. Remembering this helps us get ready to learn. We're here to gain the knowledge and skills that help us stay healthy, think clearly, and work together wisely. Each day we practice being caring, safe, organized, and focused so we can grow into people who build stability, freedom, and happiness for everyone around us. Around the world, there are children being taught a different way, that some people don't matter as much as others, or even how to cause harm. But at our school, we choose to believe in mutual respect, where everyone deserves the opportunity to reach their highest level of health, liberty, and happiness, while they help others do the same. We are learning to cooperate and build one another up, to discover cures, strengthen communities, and protect freedom. Because every time we learn, listen, and lift each other, we're proving that a better future is possible when we build it together. Are you ready to learn the next character equation? Let's go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're back on our exciting project of building a better world for you, your family, your friends, your school, and your neighborhood. And we need your help. Big mission, right? But don't worry, we're tackling it one step and one character equation at a time. Today, we're going to explore a new and helpful character equation. Self-control plus purpose equals resilience. This page is for your teachers and families. You can pause it to look at it if you need more time. This character equation is number 9 of our 9 character equations for a healthier, happier school full of liberty. Here's a quick refresher on all the equations we've learned so far. That's right, we're on our last character equation. Can you see where our 9th character equation fits into our health, liberty, and happiness Venn diagram? That's right. It's in the happiness circle. That means it has to do with the skills and abilities, the hobbies, and the resilience you need to keep those activities going to bring you happiness. But before we go on to this next character equation, let's review our previous character equation. Let's see what we remember. Who remembers what it is? What was the first part? Yes, gentleness. What is the next part? Yes, respect. These two character traits together make what strong character trait? Yes, friendship. Developing friendship by using respect and gentleness at the same time is the goal of this character equation. It is truly awesome how you've all been working hard to make our school a better place for you and all your friends and teachers by using these character traits. Choosing gentleness when interacting with your friends and teachers and adding respect means you are making strong, lifelong friendships. This choice makes for a brighter future for you and those you care about. Let's keep going. Let's learn our new character equation. Are you ready? Let's jump in. Self-control plus purpose equals resilience. Here's how it works. Step 1. What is self-control? Let's brainstorm. What do you think self-control means? Here are some definitions to help. Self-control is the ability to pause, think, and choose the best action instead of acting on impulse. It means managing your emotions, words, and actions, even when it's hard, so you can stay on the right path. Self-control helps you stay focused when learning, even if something distracts you. Be patient when you feel frustrated or want something right away. Make responsible choices for your health, friendships, and future. Treat others kindly even if you're upset. Keep working toward goals even when things get tough. Here's some examples. If you're at school, you might feel like you want to blurt out an answer, but instead you raise your hand and wait. On the playground, you might lose a game, but instead of getting angry, you shake hands and say, "Good game." At home, you might see your favorite treat, but you remember you already had one and you wait till later. With technology, you might really want to play video games, but you stop when your time is up so you can finish your homework. When you're with your friends, someone might say something mean to you, but instead of shouting back, you take a deep breath and you walk away. Why is self-control important? Well, self-control is like the captain of your ship. It helps you steer in the right direction instead of getting lost in the waves of all your feelings and impulses. It's part of happiness because when you develop self-control, you unlock abilities that help you take care of yourself and others for the rest of your life. Step 2. What is purpose? What do you think purpose means? Let's brainstorm some ideas. Remember to pause the video and talk about it with your friends and teachers. Here's a simple definition for purpose. Purpose is knowing what matters to you and working toward it. It means having a goal or a reason behind what you do, so your actions aren't random. They're intentional and meaningful. Purpose helps you stay motivated even when things are difficult. Make good decisions that match what's important to you. Keep going when you feel like giving up. Use your strengths to help yourself and others. Feel happy and fulfilled because your actions have meaning. In school, you want to get better at reading, so you practice every day, even when it's hard, because your purpose is to get better at reading. With a talent, you love playing music, so you take time to practice and then you can share your songs with others because your purpose is to learn how to play an instrument. On a sports team, you want to improve at soccer, so you show up to practice and you keep trying. Purpose is like a compass. It guides your choices and actions, so you don't just wander through life, but instead move forward in a direction that matters. Together, these two traits of self-control and purpose combine to create resilience. How do self-control and purpose create resilience? Well, self-control helps you stay calm and make smart choices and not give up when something is frustrating. Purpose gives you a reason to keep trying, even when things are difficult. Together, they create resilience, the ability to handle challenges, stay focused on your goals, and grow stronger through life's ups and downs. At school, you struggle with a math problem, but instead of giving up, you keep practicing self-control because you want to improve on your math, which is your purpose. Handling conflict. A friend upsets you, but instead of yelling, you use self-control to stay calm, and you talk it out because you want to keep the friendship. That's your purpose. Learning an instrument. You mess up a song, but you don't quit. You use self-control to stay calm because you're excited to perform for your family and friends. That's your purpose. When you're trying something new, you feel nervous about speaking in front of the class, but you push through with your self-control because you want to share your ideas. That's your purpose. Why is resilience important? Resilience is like a rubber band. No matter how much it stretches, it snaps back into place. It's also like a tree that bends in the wind and doesn't break. It allows you to adapt, grow, and succeed no matter what challenges come your way. Resilience is the final piece that ties all the character equations together. It means you've learned how to use your skills, make good choices, and stay strong for yourself and others. When you build resilience, you become someone who can handle life's ups and downs, enjoy the journey, and keep working toward a great future. Together, these traits create a powerful and helpful character equation. Self-control plus purpose equals resilience. Yes, because self-control keeps you steady instead of flipping out or making a splash with emotions or reactions. You stay on course like a dolphin riding the waves. Purpose gives you direction like a dolphin using echolocation. You know where you're going and why, even when the waters get rough. Together, they help you overcome obstacles because when you have self-control and purpose, you can surf through setbacks, leap over challenges, and keep swimming toward success. Putting it all together with a climbing wall example. The challenge begins one day in gym class. Kids gather around a climbing wall. Jade looks up nervously. Coach says, "All right, class, today we're trying the climbing wall. Who's up for the challenge?" Jade thinks to herself, "I want to make it to the top, but what if I can't?" Her first attempt, frustration. Jade starts climbing, but slips off after a few steps. "Ugh, this is too hard," she exclaims. Jade's friends say, "It's okay, just try again." Jade crosses her arms, feeling embarrassed and ready to quit. Self-control in action. Jade takes a deep breath, calming herself instead of giving up. Jade thinks, "I really want to reach the top. I can't let frustration stop me. I need to focus and keep trying." Purpose kicks in. Jade looks at the poster on the gym wall that says, "Keep climbing. Every step counts." Jade thinks, "I want to prove to myself that I can do this. My goal is to keep going no matter what." Jade places her hands back on the wall and starts climbing again. Resilience takes over. Jade is halfway up and her arms feel tired, but she keeps going. Jade thinks, "I can do this, one step at a time." Sweat drips down her face, but she keeps climbing with a determined smile. The victory! Jade reaches the top and rings the bell. Friends and the coach cheer below. Jade exclaims, "I did it!" "Great job, Jade," said Coach. That's what resilience looks like. Staying in control and staying focused on your goal. Here's a thought to keep in mind for your own life about overcoming challenges. You might not be able to climb a climbing wall, but you can still identify with Jade's story. No matter what you're unable to do today, you can think of times when you've had to use self-control and keep your purpose in mind to overcome obstacles and build resilience. Why is all this important? This equation is like a foundation for your happiness. And of course, it overlaps with health and liberty too. When you practice choosing self-control with yourself and others while also keeping specific purpose for your goals in mind, you build strong resilience, and that makes your life meaningful and healthy. You know, making life better. Remember when we talked about goodness plus skills equals ability? Well, this new character equation builds right on top of that equation. The equation of self-control plus purpose equals resilience helps you discover what is meaningful to you and build inner strengths to discover what choices and plans make you truly happy, especially when life gets challenging. Let's practice. Your mission: to build resilience with self-control and purpose. Ready to grow stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable? Let's go. Step 1. Choose self-control. Think of a way you can show self-control to someone in your life. This means pausing, thinking, and choosing to do what's right, even when it's hard. Maybe it's waiting patiently when it's someone else's turn. Calming down before you speak when you feel upset. Sticking to a promise even when you feel tempted to do something else. Walking away from an argument instead of making it worse. Step 2, add purpose to your self-control. Now think about how your self-control helps you stay focused on your purpose. Purpose means having a goal and working toward it with your heart and your mind. Your purpose might be being a good friend or classmate, finishing your homework with pride, helping your family or community, or becoming someone others can trust and depend on. Here's a question. What's a goal or purpose you care about? How does self-control help you get there? Pause the video for a minute and really think about these questions. Step 3, share and strengthen your resilience. Resilience means bouncing back, never giving up, and growing stronger through challenges. Now that you've thought about your self-control and purpose, share your ideas with someone else. You can talk with a friend, a teacher, or a family member. You can write about it in your journal. You can share your story on the class bulletin board. You could draw it inside a dolphin shape for a classroom display. When you practice self-control plus purpose to equal resilience every day, you're not just learning, you're growing into someone who can stay calm under pressure, keep going even when things get tough, help others who are struggling, and build a world full of teamwork, kindness, and courage. You're developing resilient superpowers that will help for your whole life. I think you've got it. Remember, the goal of this character equation is to develop resilience by using self-control and purpose at the same time. For this character equation, we'll be practicing using self-control and purpose to develop resilience with various activities in the coming days. By practicing self-control and purpose, you can become more and more resilient, and that makes life better for you and our school and our world. That's why this equation helps prevent bullying. Bully booster number 9, turning hurt into help. Our character equation of self-control plus purpose equals resilience has an opposite equation. Impulsiveness plus aimlessness equals weakness. Breaking the silence. Why we must talk about this. Why do we need to teach you about this kind of bullying? Well, some bullies act without thinking first. They might not mean to be a bully. They might even just be joking around, and they're not thinking about how it makes you feel. That's called impulsiveness, and it hurts others. Often people do this without a clear reason. That's called aimlessness. They might lash out, disrupt, or try to control others, not because they have a real goal, but because they haven't learned self-control or found the purpose of building teamwork with their team, their class, their friends, or their friend group. When people don't have direction, focus, or what's called emotional regulation, they might say hurtful things without realizing the impact. They might act out to get attention instead of finding positive ways to feel important. They might pick on others out of boredom, frustration, or a lack of a personal goal, ignoring the consequences of what's happening when they make the choices that they've made because they don't think ahead. When you and your friends learn self-control and purpose, it helps everyone build resilience, make better choices, and become leaders instead of bullies. Remember, you are worthy, your efforts matter, and you can overcome this kind of experience if you've had this experience before. Let's talk about what you can do to stop impulse bullying. Real strength comes from resilience, not from hurting others. Many impulsive bullies think acting big, loud, or aggressive makes them look strong. Real strength means choosing the right response even when someone's angry, staying focused even when things get tough, and helping others, not tearing them down. The strongest people don't act on impulse, they act with purpose. Power of the pause. Before you act, stop and ask, is this helpful or hurtful? Does this make me or others better? Am I acting with self-control and purpose? Self-control isn't about holding back. It's about making strong, smart choices. Sometimes helping with class responsibilities will help, like being the technology assistant, the art organizer, or taking care of the classroom pet. Remember, resilience is built, not given. Just like dolphins use waves instead of fighting them, you can learn to use your emotions, energy, and choices wisely. Self-control helps you think before you act. Purpose helps you know where you're going. Resilience helps you keep going no matter what. Understanding why some people hurt others. The first example is about a boy named Alex. He always makes loud jokes in class, even if they embarrass someone. He doesn't mean to be mean, but he doesn't think before he speaks. Have you ever experienced this? Well, the reason it's a problem is that teasing without self-control can make others feel small or ashamed. The solution is to ask Alex to wait and think to himself before speaking. Is this helpful? Is this kind? Do these words have a purpose? This could help Alex change the way that he talks and acts. In the second example, there's a group of kids that join in making fun of one specific classmate. And just because everyone else is doing it, some of the kids join in. They don't even know why. Sometimes it's just something to do. Without a purpose, sometimes kids will follow the crowd and cause harm without even thinking. But you can choose self-control by walking away or helping the person that's being teased. Remember, our main purpose is to help everyone learn at their very best. When we choose this kind of self-control and purpose, we can become a bright and resilient team of learners. The Song of the Resilient Dolphins. Be sure to watch this video to hear this historical fiction story about resilience. You can find the link in the description below. Be sure to watch this video too. In this video, you will learn how dolphins exemplify the character equation of self-control plus purpose equals resilience. You can find the link in the description below. Here's a dolphin writing activity that you can do with your classmates. Here are the directions. Number 1, each student gets a paper dolphin writing sheet found in the Human Domino Effect writing pages on the website. Next, write about a time when you showed self-control, when you were tired, hungry, or frustrated. Number 3, then think of how keeping the purpose for the plan or goal in mind helped you keep going. Here's a dolphin writing activity that you can do with your classmates. Here are the directions. Number 1, each student gets a paper dolphin writing sheet found in the activity pages on the Human Domino Effect website. Number 2, write about a time when you used self-control even though you were tired, hungry, distracted, or frustrated. Number 3, then think of how keeping the purpose for your plan or goal helped you keep going even though it was hard to do. Number 4, last, write a sentence about how that experience helped you demonstrate and build resilience. If you're having a hard time remembering this kind of an experience, write about a plan you have for the future and the way you will use self-control and purpose together to build resilience. Here's an example of something you can write on your dolphin. I showed resilience when I blank, and you fill in the blank, because I used self-control and kept my purpose in mind. This is an art activity. For younger students or those who prefer drawing, they can draw a dolphin overcoming a challenge like escaping a net or helping a friend. You can illustrate a pod of dolphins working together. Be sure to decorate your dolphin cutout with watercolor markers or collage art. You can even create ocean waves with tulle fabric hung from the ceiling and place the dolphin pages in the waves. A poem about the resilient dolphins. Beneath the waves so wild and free, a dolphin swims with purpose. See? She leaps, she dives, she finds her way. Through storm or sun, she doesn't stray. She listens close, she waits her turn. With self-control, she's calm and firm. The ocean's currents twist and turn, yet still she moves. There's so much to learn. A wave may crash, a tide may change, but dolphins adapt, they rearrange. With every challenge, big or small, they rise again, they never fall. For resilience is in their song, a melody both swift and strong. Through teamwork, trust, and focus too, they teach us what we all can do. So when life's waters toss and churn, and challenges are yours to learn, be like the dolphin, bold and true, with self-control to guide you through. Find your purpose, set your sight, and swim ahead with all your might. The song of the resilient dolphin is to the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Are you ready to sing along with me? Swim, swim, swim with strength through the ocean wide. Use your purpose, keep control, waves can be your guide. Leap, leap, leap with hope through the shifting sea. Just like dolphins in their pods, strong and wild and free. Think, think, think like blue waves in light and sound. Tiny things we cannot see connect us all around. Think, think, think like Bajin is his name. He made tiny chips so smart that help us play and game. Shine, shine, shine your mind even when it's tough. Self-control and purpose strong make you brave and tough. Self-control and purpose clear gives you strength to try. Resilience helps you leap ahead like dolphins jumping high. Good job, everyone. Remember, self-control plus purpose together make for resilience. Remember, the character equation cards and micro-credential badges we are working on for our next town hall meeting are self-control plus purpose equals resilience. Congratulations! You have learned all 9 character equations. Can you see them circled here? Pause the video if you want to take a longer look. These videos are free to share. Our goal is to help every child grow in the character traits of health, liberty, and happiness. You can help us reach more schools and learning communities by liking, subscribing, and sharing. For more learning materials, visit thehumandominoeffect.com. And don't forget, if you need a refresher on how to make your best choices in your own life, you can go back and watch the Healthy, Happy, Free videos. Until next time, keep making choices that include all three to be healthy, happy, and free.